Up in the gallery today, I'm joined by two of my constituents and former neighbors, Lisa and Greg Blankenship. They live in Woodstock, Georgia, and they are parents of a college swimmer. Hear this real-life, real-world impact written from Lisa, Katie's mom. My daughter, Katie, has been a competitive swimmer since she was 5 years old. She fell in love with the sport right away. She swam year-round on a club team up through high school, as well as on the River Ridge High School swim team. Swimming competitively has taught her many skills like time management, mental toughness, how to win and lose gracefully, and setting goals. She also had many special friendships along the way. As a family, we supported her by driving her to early morning practices, attending and volunteering at swim meets, and celebrating her accomplishments. She decided to continue swimming in college at Roanoke College, a Division III school. She started her freshman year in 2022 and had a great first-year experience both academically and athletically. Little did we know that her swim experience was about to change. Just prior to the start of the 2023 season, the girls were made aware that a male swimmer who was on the men's team in the 2021 season didn't swim in 2022 as he decided to start to transition. He decided that he had wanted to swim on the girls' team. The girls were obviously not okay with this and voiced their concerns, which fell on deaf ears. Several of us parents wrote to the school president and athletic director to voice our concerns, but none of us received any response. I even called the athletic director, left a message, and he had the swim coach return my call. Every phone call with Katie revolved around this situation where she shared her frustration that despite numerous meetings with the coach and athletic director, nothing was done to address this. Katie and her female teammates were subjected to practicing almost daily with this boy in a woman's swimsuit. Needless to say, a woman's swimsuit is not designed to accommodate male genitalia. To make matters worse, the boy was substantially faster swimmer than the girls. When he swam on the men's team, he had average Division III times. His times would be better than Division I women's teams, which meant if he competed at that level, he would have won and broke all the school records. If he swam in the NCAA ODAC conference meet, 4 women would have been removed from the relays and 3 women would have been removed from the individual events. This was discouraging to my daughter and her teammates. I became very concerned about her mental health as she continued to share her frustrations with the women not being heard. The women were then given the opportunity to have what they were thought to be an anonymous vote on the boy joining the girls' team. At the beginning of the meeting, the coach showed up with the boy, and the boy said that he wanted to join the girls' team and said that if he was not allowed to and something happened to him, it would be the girls' fault. Needless to say, my daughter was very upset about the entire situation. The college did not have a policy on transgender athletes and hid behind the NCAA policy, which does not protect women either. Since the girls and some of the other parents were out of options, 10 of the women banded together, including my daughter, and with the help of Riley Gaines, they went public with their story. On October 5th, 2023, they held a press conference where they stood up together and each one of them shared their story. These women risked backlash from various sources, but in the end, they stood up for themselves and for every female athlete. They were the first women's team to stand up and say it's not okay for men to be in women's sports. The boy left the team, but the emotional trauma had already been done to the women. On Saturday, November 2nd, 2024, President Trump held a rally in Salem. He's a supporter of keeping men out of women's sports, as evident of what we saw yesterday in Washington, D.C. But since that time, the girls have been harassed and bullied by radicals on campus and social media. Let me repeat Lisa, Katie's mom's words. The girls have been harassed and bullied on campus and in social media. The swim team is fractured and the school is siding with the woke community instead of protecting our girls from this harassment. This issue is purely a fairness in women's sports. Allowing a male to compete on a women's team completely devalues women and takes away their confidence and their opportunities. We need to do more to protect women's sports and maintain fair competition. This whole experience has taught both my daughter and me that we need to stand up and speak out. It is sad that our society has lost its way in common sense and that we need to pursue legislation to protect women's sports. I hope that this testimony will encourage other parents to stand up for our girls. Lisa Blankenship, Katie's mom. Thank you. I yield the well.